My name is Erica Thompson. I'm the marketing director for Hart Company. We are a builder, developer, and property management company that has been in business for, I believe, over 47 years at this point. We are based in Carmel, Indiana. Majority of our properties are in Indiana. We have one in Ohio. I would say a customer feedback strategy creates a high level of brand loyalty. It shows integrity with the company, and it assures that the customer will get their needs met because the company cares. Our maintenance department is very reliant on our SatisFacts Insight Survey results. They create KPIs and utilize the action plan worksheet provided by SatisFacts. If they're under a 4.62 threshold in the Insight Trend Report, then they use that worksheet to actively work to increase those scores. Our property management and my marketing team, we also look at the pre-renewal survey results to dig further into how we can get a clearer picture to increase our scores and retain more of our residents at renewal time. For an example, we're actually getting ready to customize our survey a little bit more to increase our questions on community amenities. You know, Google is kind of like the wild, wild west. And so with this system, both our teams and our prospects know that these reviews are legitimate and they're relevant to their renting experience with our company. And speaking of Google, a great tool we've noticed is that these apartment rating scores are now present on our Google My Business pages, which is just another platform that's really up front and center where we can kind of showcase those scores that are very reliable. We're currently putting together some strategies and incentives for our resident experience specialists and our resident experience managers to respond to all incoming reviews in an even more timely manner and to make sure we have our 100% response rate. We've also had several trainings on how best to respond to reviews, for example, having customizable templates. And we've also been very keyed into SatisFacts and apartment ratings best practices. You know, they do a great job of creating a criteria of under 2 days in order to ensure that A+ for your review response time. And so we use this rule across all of our platforms, not just apartment ratings, but things like Google as well. So I can't give enough praise to our education team. We at JC Hart, we have weekly training sessions every Thursday morning for really any group, depending on what the topic is. And that topic changes week to week. I'd say the biggest positive effect that we've had is, I'd say that maybe the most impactful was, I think it was back in 2022, where the criteria for EPIC grades were changing. Our education team did an incredible job of making us aware of all the things that were going to change and what we needed to do to prepare for success. And because of that, our teams, we were able to kind of push them, incentivize them. We ran some contest things to get their response rates up and to get their review response times decreased. So we were actually able to hit certain benchmarks, and instead of falling behind, our scores and grades skyrocketed during that time. So that, I would say, was probably the biggest tangible impact they've had. A big pre-renewal question in the survey was about sense of community. And we noticed that there was a lot of inconsistency with that answer, or that the question wasn't being answered at all. And we recognized that it might come down to the fact that maybe people taking the survey didn't really know what that meant. And I do believe that it's up for interpretation. However, we were able to work with our team at SatisFacts and Apartment Ratings to alter the question a little bit. And so instead of it just saying, you know, rate the sense of community you feel, we added feels like home in parentheses, which kind of was able to clarify what sense of community meant in the context of that question. And with that slight change, we not only saw the response rate of that question increase, but we were able and are continuing to be able to dissect those results to add more of a sense of community for our residents. We're actually continuing to prune and look through those questions to make these minor changes to allow us to get the most concise answers possible so we can create action items based on them.